Okay, so in the last video I got cut off. The screencast thing that I use only gives me 15 minutes. And I'm long-winded. So I was in the middle of showing you an absolute reference. So we were typing a formula into C12 that took the contents of C9 and divided it by I9, but we want to be able to copy that formula. Always using I9 as the denominator, but changing the numerator as we go along the column. So what I said is, okay, we type C9 in, and what we're going to do is we are going to then type dollar signs, $I, and then $9. That becomes an absolute reference, so that when we go ahead and copy this formula and use it in another cell, it will continue to use I9 as the denominator. So I hit enter, and it gives me 15% as my answer. I want to double check that I am doing what it wants me to do. Divides the total orders. And then we want to copy that from this particular one, and we want to go to range D12 to D12. So I'm going to go ahead and copy, and then I'm going to paste. We could use the fill handle to do that, but I'm going to just go ahead and copy the formula in there. And notice it goes ahead and gives me that. If I did not do that absolute cell reference, what it would actually give me is an error because it would not know what cell. It would try to continue on down the line with the denominator as well, and that would end up giving me an error because there's nothing in that cell to copy. All right, so 11, in cell H15, we're going to insert a column sparkline based on the data in ranges C15 to G15. So we are looking at H15, so I come over here, I'm going on down to 15, so I want to go to 15, sorry, that's going too far, 15, and I want to create a column sparkline. Again, I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to go to Sparklines, and I'm going to do a column this time instead of the line that we did in the previous thing. So I want to insert a column Sparkline based on the data in the range C15 through G15. So I'm just going to type that in to the range blank here, and we're going to put it in H15. So I click OK. And I get a little sort of bar graphy looking thing that shows me that this is what I want to get. So then I want to display the high point and the low point. I can do that by coming over here and saying, okay, well, if I do a high point, sorry, I can go over here rather, go high point, low point. That allows me to show, oh, there's the lowest point in projected inventory, and there's the highest point. And then we're going to fill without formatting because, again, we don't want to change our nice little alternating patterns. So I'm going to pull my fill handle, click my drop down, say fill without formatting, and that gives me my alternating colors are left, and it gives me a sparkline in every single thing. So now I'm going to go further. I'm going to say, oh, here's my formula in cell I15. So what's I15 got going on over here? So that's right here, I15. I want to copy that formula and then paste only the formula in range I16 through I23. So hopefully that sounds pretty familiar. We want to copy. We don't do anything weird about that. We want to highlight the rest of the column. We want to paste, and we want to paste only the formula, nothing else. So again, that allows us to preserve the formatting that's already there while still using the formulas. And we can click on that and say, oh, look, that formula is the same. Notice it changes the cell references, but the formula itself is the same. We're summing the cells in that range. Change the chart in the range J10 to O23 to a pie chart. So that's this chart over here. So when you click on that, you can actually see that we get some extra little tabs up here, chart design and format. So we can actually click on chart design, and this allows us to do things like add some elements, do some layout changes. I apologize if you can hear my rather annoyed dog in the background. He's bored. But what I really want to do is change my chart type. I want to go to a pie chart. So I'm going to go to pie. And I just want the basic one. It doesn't say to do anything else. So I'm going to go to just the basic 2D pie. That changes it to that. I want to go ahead and change my chart title. So that's really easy. I just go ahead and click on chart title. Oops. I have to make my window a little larger to see it. Actually, I'm going to click undo because I was not in the right place, and my cursor needs to be in that box so I can delete things, not just hit delete. So that's going to, I'm going to enter my title, average orders per month. I'm going to double check and make sure I've got all my capitalization and stuff correct. I don't. So you see there it says per and it's not capitalized. If I leave this, I'm going to get points off because SAM is not that smart. It's going to just grade you based on whether it matches or doesn't match the expected values. So you want to make sure that everything is exactly as written in the directions. Then we want to add our data labels. So that's pretty easy. So what we want to do is we want to go to format. No, excuse me, we do not. We go back to chart design. And we want to go to add elements or add chart element. We go to data labels, and it actually gives us a list of things. So again, when it says add data labels to the outside end of each slice, we are literally looking for something that allows us to add data labels to the outside end of each slice. And we click that and it adds it for us. It's not that labor intensive. You just, again, need to know where to look. Okay, hopefully that helps. I went through pretty much the entire project. Hopefully you won't run into too many snags. Remember that the SAM training actually does go through each of these steps and lets you try it, and get hands-on with it in case that's a helpful learning style for you. All right, talk to you later. Bye.